Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Nasty Addiction Garage. My name is Jeremy. This is our 91 Toyota MR2. And in our last episode, what you guys did see was us kind of piecing up some exterior things together. We're kind of cleaning everything up, is what I titled it, I think. But today, we're actually doing like a part 2 of that. We definitely trying to get the interior to T. So basically, so we can finish that up, I have to plug in the fuel sender relay, or I believe it's the fuel sender plug. I gotta piece back the interior. I also got a whole bunch of parts that I needed to rebuy. I don't know if you guys heard me in the last episode about Marco. Marco lost a whole bunch of my parts, basically, due to some unforeseen circumstance. But I'm not gonna put his business out there. But I had to rebuy all of these parts. So I got them. They all finally came in today, and we'll be getting painted. I will be taking them to get painted elsewhere. From here on out, I'll be taking all my other parts and my cars and everything to get painted elsewhere, just because we kind of broke ties at this point. But that's on a whole nother episode, guys. But I just wanted to keep you guys informed. So we have quite a few different things today to do. We have to eventually bleed the coolant. I have to wire up the MSD TAC module so that our TAC can work. I have to finish our backup camera. We got to attach the backup camera to the rear bumper and do all that other fun stuff. So guys, let's get to it. Let's go. All right, guys, like I was explaining, these are the parts that were lost by Marco, so I had to repurchase all of these. I had a turbo lid hanging out. I had to reorder the side lights, or the front bumper lights, turn signals, the rear bumper moldings, I believe it's the passenger side door handle. I got one of my old side mirrors from my V6. I got and I had to buy another driver's side mirror as well. So we are going to now move on to the MSD TAC. So for those of you guys that are ever wondering how this MSD TAC thing works, so what it does, it gives it a sender, like a signal to the TAC to read whatever's going on. Have you guys ever wired one of these up? So if you guys ever had a wire harness made by WireGap, they do a great job of labeling everything that needs to be labeled. So this is where we're at. So let's see. So the black and yellow wire is connected to red. The gray wire is connected to purple. The yellow wire is connected to white. And then your last wire is, where is it? Is a ground wire that needs to be connected to a ground, obviously. So it could be to a bolt, this bolt here. It could be any grounded bolt. So we're going to get to that right now, and then we're going to move on to the backup camera. So we will be removing our light setup right here. We will be removing our light setup along with the rear bumper, just so then we can attach this backup camera. So this backup camera here is going to, let me show you. So it's a kind of cool one. It kind of sits flush. So it's going to sit like this, basically right here. So I'm going to remove this little bolt here, replace the bolt with the actual camera, put the camera through there. It's still going to hold the lights in place, which is still good, but it's also going to sit right here, which is going to be a perfect spot to allow me to see what needs to be or what's behind me and stuff like that. So let's get to it, guys. Let's go. Alright guys, check it out. This is kind of what I did. I just kind of merged them two together using these items here. I bought these on eBay many years ago, thinking that I could eventually use them, and finally many years later I am using them. So this is kind of what I have here. That's what I kind of use for the connection to these wires. So I'm going to continue doing that throughout these last two wires, and then I will get the ground, throw the ground up here, and have it sit there, and that's done. I made it look really pretty underneath this. Let me see if I can pull this up. Made it look pretty. I just got it sitting here on the base. I'm also going to cut another hole up here for the diagnostic port, so it could be shown or seen from the actual trunk itself, so then you don't have to pull this whole thing apart and do it that way. So let's finish this up, guys, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, we ended up finishing the wires for the TAC module. I cleaned it all up. See the way this looks? It looks pretty good. Have all of these wires connected. So remember guys, yellow goes to white, gray goes to purple, and black and yellow go to red. That's your signal, that's your 12 volt power. This here is your, yellow is your signal. And then lastly, gray is your actual TAC, okay guys? So remember that when you guys are wiring up the MSD ignition, so it works perfectly fine. All right guys, so now we're gonna move on to the backup camera. So we're gonna move the backup camera right down here. So we're gonna do that, and let's go. Hey guys, next on the agenda, what we're going to do is actually remove the kooky lights, including the two lamps themselves, the center panel, just so that we can get the bumper off. Once we get the bumper off, I will be placing the camera right there. Right here is ideal, just because it's going to sit flush with the actual license plate lights. And it's lit, it's a good spot. I think it's perfect for that stock appearance like these new cars have, but that's what we're gonna do guys, so let's just get to it. Alright guys, bumper is removed. All the lights are removed. As you guys can see, I put them all in the trunk. Just keep everything nice and safe. But what we're going to do now is start wiring through the actual backup camera, just so that we can have wires come out of here where the actual lights come from. So we're going to do that. We're also going to set up everything for the actual camera itself to end up being right here. So let's get to it, guys. Alright guys, what I was planning on doing was actually feeding the actual connection to the actual backup camera through the feed here where the actual lights to the license plate lights go. But as you guys can see, it does not fit properly. It doesn't fit through the hole just because these wires are here. I don't want to take all this apart and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is I will leave this in the trunk. But when I wire in the camera into here, what then I'm going to do is just follow through with that and put the wire through and put it inside the trunk. So let's get to this, guys. Alright guys, as you guys see, I got the bumper facing down. Just to install this backup camera the way I want to, I have to remove that one center screw, I guess, ending. Just it has thread in it. It belongs here, but I removed it in hopes that I can put the backup camera, which is right here, I can fit this directly through so it can sit flush with the bumper, and then I can run the wire through here and into the trunk. At the same time, then I can use the bolt that it came with to actually bolt it down and keep the lights down as well. So let's try this out, guys. Let's go. And voila, guys, the backup camera is on. I like it because it aims directly where it needs to aim to see if you have like any cars behind you or anything like that. But check it out, guys. It's looking real nice with still not sacrificing the lights. It looks perfect. So now what we're gonna be doing is putting the bumper back on, putting the lights back on, and going from there, guys. I'm just gonna fasten it with the bolt that or the nut that it came with. It's a cut nut, so what we're gonna do is just put it behind where the wire is at, tighten it down on the wire, and this should just tighten up. Right now I can move it. I don't want to be able to do that because if in any process that, you know, the car hits a bump or something and this could shift, and then you're finding yourself removing the whole bumper to just adjust the light or the camera direction. So guys, let's get to it. Let's put this bumper back on and go. Alright guys, this kind of goes to show you how I'm wiring it up. You see the nut is on there nice. So I'm following the wire, tracing it with the lights, the actual license plate lights. We're following it through here, coming out on this side. Where is it? Sorry, that was my phone. Connecting it with this. So we'll connect it together here and put the bumper on, which we're gonna do first, and go from there, guys. So let's go. Alright guys, now that we have the bumper on and set, what we're going to be doing right now is then adding the lights back with the center panel and all that fun stuff. We're going to do that next, so then we can make it a little bit more complete. Next, after that, we're going to actually put the power or install the power to the actual backup camera. And we're probably going to use the same power that is on the MSD module. Just so then it's always going to be powered if we need it. So we'll do that in just a few minutes. I'm going to have to get back into the back part of this, but that's nothing. We'll get to that. But let's get these panels back on along with these lights and go from there, guys. Let's go. Alright guys, I did some off-camera kind of wiring. So what I did was I just wired the backup camera into a power inside the fuse box. Really simple. Just find a power that's going to be on the majority of the time or all the time, which I just grabbed the main one, and I attached it, or I connected it there. So now our backup camera is complete. It's sitting right here. So basically, ideally, it has the bolt in back holding it. It's grounded down here. So I grounded it right here. I don't know if you guys can tell. Where is it? Right there. It's grounded. And then the power is connected. That red wire is connected to the fuse box. So now what I'm going to do is tidy everything up back here, start putting everything back the way it is, start cleaning this up in here, and then we're going to move on to the next thing. Guys, so now that everything is done with the trunk and the backup camera, now that that's done, what we're gonna do is actually start getting these parts together, throw them in the Jeep, and let's go take them to get painted, guys. Let's go. Guys, we made it here to CTB Garage. Sorry if you guys can't hear me, but I had to wear my mask. I got all the parts here to get done. So we got our lip, we got our engine lid, we got our lights, we got all the little miscellaneous parts that we do need. So let's go in there and talk to Carlos. Let's go. Hey everybody, so we're here at CTB Garage. So what we did was actually bring Carlos, this is the owner of CTB Garage, my parts. He's probably the next best person in Chicago that does like engine bays and some paint work that I trust. So Carlos, say hi to the camera.
Hey, what's up guys?
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna show some of his work. He does phenomenal work, so let's go get to it.
Alright guys, so right here I have the Lexus. That's the next project that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna repair the rust, the quarter panel and the rocker panel from the other side. And also I do, this is my main thing. Can you go here this side?
Yeah.
This is my main thing that's what I do. I do engine bay. So
This is amazing. This is amazing. If
So
you
this
get
is
any
my-
detail, this is perfect detail, man.
So this is my personal car that has been sitting for 3 years.
Oh wow.
Because I've been really busy doing customer jobs.
This is actually really nice. This is, as you guys can see, he has, I mean, perfect detail on his shaved engine bays, guys. If you see this, this is some really good work. This is perfect. This has a lot of detail, which is what I'm looking for, guys. Like, if you guys all seen my builds, like, my builds are definitely something that I like to pay attention to detail, and this is definitely something that has a lot of detail. So then, I brought you some of my parts. I brought you the lip that I lost, or that we had an issue with Marco, but these are all the parts that I got back. So I'm gonna need these kind of clear coated. I need this and everything else basically painted the color of the MR2 that I have going on now.
Sure.
I believe it's like a 3J6 paint coat. It's a crimson red. It came on the 91, 92 MR2, so it's ideally...
It's practically OEM.
It's OEM, yeah. Everything else is painted perfectly fine. I just need these to be done, and I think I'm pretty much set. So this is something that probably I trust you with, so it's going to be good and get done well, you know what I mean? So it's like...
I'm gonna try my best.
Awesome. Alright guys, well, we're going to drop off these parts and call it a day. Sorry if you can't hear me. Alright guys, this is going to conclude today's episode. Basically, it's just going to be a waiting game right now. So, Carlos, where can people find you on social media?
You can find me on Instagram, like CTB Garage, or you can find me on Facebook. That's the only page where you can find me.
So, and either one of those, you can contact him through Facebook. You can message him, PM him. He'll be more than happy to give you guys, a feedback or a reply, guys. So again, thank you. So it's a waiting game. So hold up for part 2, guys. Let's go.